Barbara. Not quite as late as yesterday, but still not early. It's Monday, July 5th. And we have a bright sunny day. It's supposed to be a beautiful day today. It's going to get in the 80s, but it's already warm. Good morning, it's Barbara. Had my glasses on so I could read my gizmo. Although it's easy to know what day it is. It's the 5th. The Monday, not quite so easy. I totally forgot yesterday was a Sunday. I got mixed up this holiday weekend because, you know, the holiday, technically, the national holiday is, well, I don't know technically. People have off today for the holiday because presumably they have off on Sunday. Of course, there are a myriad of people who do not have off on Sunday. And since 4th of July is a shopping holiday, not a everything's closed because it's a holiday. Need to dig out a new pair of glasses. These are a little whatever. Anyway, I forgot to stitch with Christy last night. It was Sunday night. I was doing my project. I had a project. I did this project yesterday, and I wasn't by my phone, and so I missed her message, and I forgot it was Sunday, and I haven't stitched with her in weeks, and anyway, we're stitching tonight. As it turned out, Maisie was defiant in the face of those fireworks and so barked constantly. Pearl, on the other hand, cowered under Dennis's desk and was comforted. I shouldn't say coward. Yeah, well, but she did. But Maisie was out there barking at the night. Well, and it wasn't so bad when she was outside barking at the night, but when she was inside barking at the night. So I just texted Christy and said, well, you know, maybe tonight's better anyway. And she's like, well, we'll probably have fireworks here tonight. I'm like, oh, yeah, we probably will too. Because, you know, you don't want to let an opportunity pass. Oh, it's beautiful out here. It's supposed to be a gorgeous day. Up into the 80s. No chance of rain, according to Dennis's phone of all knowledge. So that will be nice. And I'm hoping that I get enough gumption and energy to do some weeding, because my mint patch is being overrun by that grassy weed that's so easy to pick, but you just have to pick it. And it comes right back, so you have to pick it regularly. And I want to go and check out what's going on my... I don't go out into my yard very often, as it turns out. I go pick mint when I want a piece of mint. So I need to actually make an effort to walk out and take a look, a close-up of my shed. And there are definitely some weeds in my front bed but finally my coneflowers are blooming, and maybe I'll have enough today that I can make a little bouquet of coneflowers. Oh, let me get my gizmo and show you. We were in the canning section of goods, and they had a whole shelf of these things called jarware. And it's ways to turn mason jars into something else. Now this is a vase, and so you've got a little frog, goes on your vase like that, and then you put the metal ring. I didn't have a metal ring handy. And voila, you have a vase where the flowers stay up because of the frog. But they had gizmos that that turns a canning jar into a salt and pepper shaker. I mean, there must have been 10 different things. I thought it was so clever. Anyway, I'm gonna put some. I'm gonna get one of Dennis's new jars and turn it into a coneflower flower pot. I'll show you tomorrow, see how it works. So yesterday my project was I did what I said I was going to do. Oh, did what I said I was going to do. And I started doing it while I was rendering my video. And then I forgot about you. Isn't that terrible? But I was busy. I was doing it. It was fun. I was having fun. And then it was time to walk the dog, getting ready to walk the dog. I'm like, oh my God, my video isn't up. Which is, so I recorded it late. And then I put it up late. So I'm sorry about that. So, but my project, I told you, was I have a bowl full of paints that I've been using regularly, and I want to figure out what I have. So I have this little sketchbook. I bought 2 of this size. They weren't very much money, and I bought 2 of them. And then this is a good size for me. This may end up being too small. But I don't know. But I'm also thinking, I bought paper. I bought paper this size, blocks that's this size. And I've stumbled across a YouTube channel of a woman who makes books. And Christy, last week, did a travel book cover that she made out of one of her cross-stitch, her lovely Red Deer cross-stitch pattern. And it looked so gorgeous and like so much fun. And I thought I could take this woman's video to show me how to put the book part, the paper part of the book together, and then use Christy's video to have a cover. And then it would be a cover that you could, you know, put on your next one. Because you can see how these are made. You know, they have little groups of paper, and then it's sewn together. And she showed it on the video, and I forget her name. I have to go rummage. Anyway, so I'm thinking about making my own sketchbook. But if I did, it would actually be this size. But I got this size paper in hot press and cold press, and I've never used the hot press paper, and I thought maybe I would alternate them, hot press and cold press, in my sketchbook and see what I thought of that idea. I might just paint on the hot press first and see what I thought. But anyway, back to my project. So I got my bowl out, and I lined up my paints by color, and I listed, so I saw that, you know, so I put them in some dark and then light. You use, you know, you get your lighter colors by just adding more water. So anyway, I went and did that. These are my grays. And a couple of cool, no, they're later. And my blues. Now these are paints that I use, paints that are in it. Oh, I'll show you. So anyway, I'm making my book here of all my colors. And I had to wait for page to dry before I could go to the next page because, you know, I don't want to mess it up. So I did a drawing of my setup. So this is what it looked like on my table while I was, this was the burnt umber, the earth colors page. So I just sketched out my, what I was doing, and then I painted. Now, the funny thing is that the colors of the paints in the paint boxes aren't right, because I used the actual colors from the paint box. But when you look at the color, the paint in the pan, it's so much darker and such a different color than it actually paints up as. So this is not a truthful rendition of what it looked like because my paints aren't dark enough. I would have had to go dig around and try to figure out what other colors to use to make them look like the colors they really look like in the pan. Was that making any sense? Anyway, so I did that while I was doing it. And then, did I show you all the colors? I think I did. But then, what I was doing at the table and didn't see Christy's text was I got this sheet of Daniel Smith, 66 of Daniel Smith's colors. And so they just put a little dab of paint on here. And I forget how much I paid for this, probably more than I should have, but I did anyway, because I'm very curious about their colors. And so they put a little dab of paint, and so you just use this like it was in your paint box. And so I thought, well, what the heck? So, I mean, what am I going to do with that little dab of paint except put it into a palette? So I did that. So I did all 66 of those colors. So now, if I'm looking for a color, and I think I want a color, some of these are, you can't even see, but they're very pearly in the sun. You can see, yeah, you can see them a little bit. So those are from the Daniel Smith page. And I was thinking, well, you know, if other paint companies do the same thing. I left room in my book between my colors I own. And when I did it, I figured if I fill up this page with grays and things, I'll go over here, and then this page starts with blues, and I have room for more blues here. And I have blank pages in between before, you know, I know myself. I left room to add more paints to my own collection. But anyway, that was my project yesterday, and I enjoyed it very much, I must say. I need to work on this a little bit. That bowl actually could use a little attention. But that was fun. So I did a little painting, and I learned a lot about the colors, and I had fun doing it. Laura came for dinner. We had a lovely visit. She took home some sloppy joe and some cheesecake, and we had a good time. And that was my day. And Maisie was defiant in the face of that attack on her sister and barked her fool head off all night. And I was like, fine, go bark outside. It's not like the neighbors are sleeping because of the fireworks. And so Pearl got a lot of cuddles under the desk, and she felt okay. She does actually a little better with fireworks than she does with thunder. Thunder, I don't know, thunder has more of a vibration that goes like through the earth or through your body in a way that fireworks are just loud, but they don't reverberate in your body like thunder does. So she's a little better with fireworks. I mean, she's not good. Not good at all, but she's not quite as afraid. So today I'm planning on doing some stitching with my daughter. I am so far behind. I am at least a month behind now, for sure. I might have had 4 books in June. Possibly. I haven't looked at it in a long time, but it's the 5th of July. I think my plan is to do July, the 5 days of July, and then go back and work in June. I have all the temperatures written in my journal, and so I can just go back and fill in, and my task will be every Sunday. Oh, but she'll be here. Maybe we'll do some stitching together. Anyway, keep up and then go fill in. By the end of July or August, I will have June finished too. So, but the end of July is going to be busy because she's coming, and Jason and the kids are coming. Their dad, my ex's birthday is at the end of July. He'll turn 70. So they're here to celebrate around that time. And, oh, if you watch Christy's vlog, I feel like I can say something about it now. She set a date for her wedding. She and Rich are getting married at the beginning of September. I'm so excited. So I have some tasks that I've been assigned by my father. He wants to make sure that she's getting married. She's getting married on the farm. He wants to make sure that it looks good, really good for the wedding. So I'm in charge of finding landscapers to come and clean it up and check and see if the gazebo needs to be painted. I don't know if she'll want to be married in the gazebo or not, but it's right there, and the gazebo. When I say painted, I don't mean painted by me. There's the gazebo, but it might need another coat of paint. So anyway, we're very excited. And so there'll be things to do around for wedding stuff and celebration stuff when they come at the end of July. So who knows how much stitching time we'll have together. But I could stitch a book when I wasn't with her. I could do that. I do understand that, and I probably will. I don't know if that's a jay or a catbird, but there are two of them talking. It was really funny. Aura was saying that she doesn't ever see cardinals around her, and Dennis got his app up, and we see cardinals here. He got his app up that he has an app that has the bird calls, and so he was playing the bird calls of the cardinals. There are, 4 or 5 different calls, and you could hear him start. There were cardinals over there and cardinals over there. We were sitting here, and I'm like, you don't even know what you're saying to those birds. You may be telling them big lies. And they're back and forth. It was, but I caught a slight glimpse of one, but we didn't see them, but we could hear them. They were around, so that was fun. That was a lot of fun. All right, I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna try to do better today about getting your video up on time. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I hope you have a lovely Monday, and cicada. I think that was a cicada. I think we're having cicadas, finally. Now I know they've been down in Maryland, several hundred miles south of us. But I think the cicadas are coming, so it may get noisy out here pretty soon. Anyway, please take care, stay safe, and stay sane.